Welcome to today's video. We are talking about the solstice. This is my favorite time of the year, and I'm so excited to share some of the practices and rituals that you can do yourself to really embrace and make the most of this powerful time. So let's dive right in. The solstice is all about the celebration of the sun and the fire element. That is the fire within you. What do you want to create? What do you want to embody? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of reality do you want to create and manifest? And today I'm sharing with you guys 7 practices to get you into that, to create that momentum for you, okay? Because this is a powerful time if you utilize it, if you know how to align yourself with this time and really gain that momentum. There is a very powerful quote that I want to begin this video with, and that is, "One who moves with the earth will necessarily experience day and night. He or she who stays with the sun will know no darkness." And it's really about that. If we're there going with the earth, allowing ourselves to be caught up in this materialism of things, if we think that this is all that there is, we're experiencing those ups and downs of life. But if we're there tuning in to that fire element within us, to the sun, we know no darkness because we are just so tuned in and aligned with that which we really are, that essence, that fire within us. I'm going to say fire so many times in this video because it's a really powerful element. However, we're going to begin with the practices, and actually the first one that I want to tell you about is going out into nature. And this is about connecting with the earth because I work with the 4 elements as energy centers, and the heart is the fire. However, underneath those, there is the earth element, that is the grounding, the physical environment, our families, our relationships, right? Our jobs, our security. And then there is the water element, that is our emotions, right? That's like the solar plexus, where we feel our turmoils, we feel our anxieties, we feel fears. We also feel excitement sometimes. So if we are not in alignment, if we don't feel grounded, if we don't feel safe in our environment, or if we're like this to our emotions and they're like solidified in the body and we can't allow letting it flow, we're not going to be able to hear our heart. We're not going to be able to act upon what is it that we're feeling, what we want to create, because we're in fight or flight mode. We're in survival. Actually, fight, flight, or freeze, right? So this is why we're starting with the first practice, and it's as simple as getting out to nature. Use the solstice time. I'm actually, personally, because this is such an important day for me, I'm taking the whole morning off to really do exactly that. To spend time in nature, to just be there present with what is, with the elements, really tuning into who is it that you are, okay? And it doesn't even have to be in this meditative way. Maybe just walk in the forest or along the lake or in the park. Any nature you can get your hands on, do that. If you live in a city and there's like no greenery, sit with a plant. That's also just powerful. Connect to that element, okay? Feel grounded, secure, and connected. The next one is, we're going a bit deeper. Garden, or do something with your hands, maybe replant. And I know this, for some reason it's coming up that this is more of a woman thing, because that's kind of how our society, I don't know, anywhere where I live, it's more of a woman's thing to do. For men, it's also really important. Maybe woodwork, doing something with like tools, or with wood, or with any kind of earth element that you can think of. So really getting your hands in there, connecting to it on a deeper level, because the harvest was also celebrated during this time. Even though the harvest is in the fall, the solstice was about praying to the gods, so that they would bless the harvest that they would receive in the fall. And we get to do that for ourselves as well. And I'm going to get into the metaphorical practice of this in just a little bit. But for now, really getting literal with this. Be there with the earth so you're grounded, connected, rooted, centered, and present here. Number 3, we're moving up the elements. We're going into the water element. So this is our emotions. This is where, because we have this beautiful opportunity, it's warm in most places. Well, I live in Europe anyway. So this is the warm time of the year, and you're a great practice that you're invited to do is really go for a morning swim. Start that morning, actually I would strongly recommend sunrise. But any time of the day during the solstice, around those 24 hours, really allow the water to cleanse, letting go of those emotions, of those burdens that you've been holding on to, and really connecting to the water element and allowing it to wash away that which no longer serves you. Number 4, so now we're going up to the fire element, okay? Number 4, let's do this. Bonfire, okay? Whether you're able to do that somewhere, the solstice in so many cultures was all about celebrating the light, right? Jumping over the bonfire, burning that which no longer serves you. This is something that we do during the winter solstice as well. Setting those intentions, really feeling the power of the fire element. So I would suggest go grilling, or just do a bonfire with songs and dance and drums or some kind of music instrument. So really embracing this time and celebrating the fire element, celebrating it within you and outside of you. If you do not have an opportunity to do that, I strongly recommend as simple as a candle. Celebrating the fire element, asking what is it that it's willing to give you, and opening up to receiving that which it has for you. Number 5, now we're going into what is it, how can we transform, how can we use this time, utilize it fully to transform our lives, to transform maybe who we want. Maybe we want to live a more powerful version of our lives, and this is when we get to do that. So with number 5 is creating a bucket list. Now, for some of you that don't want to do this inner work, that's fantastic. Create a fun summer bucket list. What do you want to do this summer? What are those some little things that you've been kind of putting off, and right now you just really are in that stage of your life where you just want to give yourself and experience joy and happiness, and this is your opportunity to do that. Write some things that you really want to get done during the summer holidays, or even just on the weekends if you're not taking any holidays, and just do that. Do what excites you. For those who want to go a little bit deeper, you're absolutely welcome to do this practice. And what do you want your life to look like in the next 6 months? This can be so transformational because it's not, doesn't feel to the mind like this marathon that is a year, but it's a lot easier to divide it into 6 months period. So this is something that I personally do with the winter and the summer solstice. What is it that you want to create? What are your intentions? And this is something that I go deeper with in the Powerful Self membership. And there's content there in the library that goes a little bit deeper into really tuning into the heart and what is it that you want to embody. So do check that out if this is something you want to go deeper with. But really setting, what kind of person do you want to be? Like by the end of these 6 months, what kind of transformation do you want to have? And just setting those intentions, setting those qualities, and having fun with this. This is, I feel like so many people just are so heavy about this, that, okay, this is what I have to do and this is what I'm going to, you get to have fun with this. It's not like a burden of, this is what I have to do. If it doesn't bring you joy, choose something else, okay? It has to go hand in hand with, yes, we're moving forward and we're having fun. Because that's what you're here for. It's not about work, work, work. Inner work, it's not about getting into yet another hamster wheel. It's about having fun and feeling light and happy and ease and joy, as well as surrender and determination. And this is really where I said that ritual would come in, and this is about our ancestors would celebrate the harvest, the possibility, this potential of harvest that they would experience in the upcoming few months. And what does that mean for you? The solstice is a great reset button. What kind of harvest do you want to receive in the next few months? And being really mindful of what kind of seeds are you planting? What kind of seeds are we planting in our lives? Are we planting negativity? What are we putting into our environment, right? They say that you are the 5 people that you interact with the most. So what kind of people are surrounding your environment? And if it's not people, sometimes it's just like, what kind of content do you consume? What kind of movies do you watch? That also impacts your subconscious tremendously. And we don't even recognize it. We don't notice it. So really asking yourself, what kind of seeds am I planting into my life on a daily basis? And maybe how can I alternate that? Maybe there's some better version of something that, maybe this is like, these seeds are not in alignment with what I want to experience in the next 6 months. So seeing, okay, what else can I plant? What are those habits that I can incorporate? What are those rituals or practices? Okay, and by rituals or practices, I don't mean something like big and heavy. This can be as easy as I'm committed to working out every single day, or I'm committed to meditating every single day, or I'm committed to really creating my diet like every single week and making sure I'm on track with what I eat so I can feel good and powerful in my body. So by ritual, these are all rituals. These are things that we do every single day, and they are rituals. So really tuning into that. Now, next one, we're moving up to the air element, and we're connecting with the breath, tuning into our bodies and asking, what is it that I'm creating? How do I feel right now? Really welcoming and opening, because so often we can plant those seeds, we can set those intentions. They don't really matter if we're not open to receiving. So breathing deeply. I strongly suggest doing the 7-count breath, just taking some time. It will probably take you maybe 5 minutes. Inhaling into the count of 7, hold to the count of 7. Exhaling out to the count of 7, hold again to the count of 7. That is 1 round. Do 7 rounds of the 7-count breath. Coming into the breath, this is something so simple that you can do, just taking some time to do this mindfully during the solstice. This could be combined with that nature time. Allowing, just like you allow that breath to calm your mind, to soothe you, to release all that you do not need right now. Similarly, can you bring more of that into your life? Can you open up to receiving more in your life? And by receiving, it doesn't just mean what can I get. What can I give? What is asking to flow through me, to be given to life, to be given to others? Okay, that is a really different concept of receiving than what we've been taught. So opening up to that. And at number 7, we got to the last one, and that is beginning something new. Like I said, the solstice is a fantastic reset button. Start a new hobby, start a new passion, do something, okay, I haven't done that before, but I always wanted to try it. Do that. Explore something new. Just give yourself a new experience, because it's really about when we can get out of that comfort zone, when we can shift. It's like when we travel, right? We're more open because we're there like, ooh, everything's new and I'm open to new possibilities, to new opportunities. This is the same thing. Get out of that comfort zone. Do what's uncomfortable. Do something new. And this is a fantastic time to do this. So it doesn't have to be, some people do this like, okay, I want to be doing something new every month or every single week. Just do it once right now during the solstice. Use this time to, I'm just going to press a reset button and do something out of the norm. So on this note, I hope this resonated. I hope that you can actually incorporate some of these, and I would love to hear which one sounds good to you, which one you're looking to try. Maybe some of the things you have tried and you're like, oh my God, yes, that feels really good. I would love to hear that feedback. So on this note, I'm wishing you guys a happy solstice, and there will be a ritual that I will be doing in the Powerful Self membership library. So make sure to check that out. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link is below. If you're watching this on Instagram, it's in the bio. Check it out, because there's so many powerful rituals, ceremonies, workshops to support you in living that best, most powerful version of your life. So you guys, I am so grateful that you're here. Thank you, and happy solstice.